I'm sorry I woke you up. Killer's taking a nap. I had to move his box. Everybody's been asking. He's still here. He's still fine. Alright, good afternoon. Let's get back on our Bowie knife build here. Let me see. Let me get the camera situated here to where y'all can see maybe. Now, I forget which part this is. I think it's 7. What I've done, got the finger guard ground off and polished. It'll have to be polished again. I'm going to go ahead and set this on there and seat it in place before we epoxy the handles on. Alright, fits right on there. It needs to go down just a little bit more. So I got me a little stick here. I don't want to mar that brass up and if I don't have to. Let's see, make sure you can see me here. Because it's just microbes, and that brass is soft enough when you finish seating it, it'll stay there, and the epoxy will do the rest of the holding. Alright, there we go. That looks good right there. Now if we can get this off without there we go. Alright, it came back out just a little bit. Let's see, let's try this. Alright, still wants to come off of there. Alright, there we go. Now we got it on there. Hang on. Now to keep it from moving temporarily, we're going to put just a dot. Good old-fashioned super glue. And let that sit for just a minute, and then we'll move it over to the other side of the table and get the handle started epoxying off. Alright, one side is well, both sides are actually epoxied on. One side's already set. I drilled the pinholes. I tried to video it, but as easy as this looks, it's not that easy to get everything lined up, keep the epoxy off my hands, fool with the camera and all that. So that is the second side of the handle on there. So I gotta hire me a camera person, I guess. But anyway, I just got this set. It's just getting dark. It's only 5 o'clock, but that's irritating. But anyway, I'll let this sit overnight, and tomorrow I've got another project to get finished up, and we'll get back to this one. I hope we can at least get the handles done, sanded, stained, everything ground, pins in, all that neat stuff, and get it ready for a sheath. Speaking of sheaths, I've got another one that I'm going to get finished up tomorrow also. I finished up 8 knives this morning, final sharpen, final polish. Everything's all done. They will get shipped either tomorrow or the next day whenever I go to town. And like I've said before, and a lot of y'all agree with me, I don't drive anywhere unless I've got to, with gasoline prices like they are. You know what I mean? Alright, we'll be back on this video tomorrow, and I'll show y'all the next few steps on this. Alright, it is the next morning. Our handle is epoxied. I forgot to show on camera when I put the pins in. I got started early this morning. I've got a lot to do, so I'm trying to get this one to the next stage pretty quick here. All right, next step, I'm going over to the grinder. It'll be too boring to show all that. I'm just gonna start getting this even here, getting the spine even. I mean the tang even, the ends, and then we'll go to the Dremel tool for the final hand sanding, put some color on it, and then we will put the lacquer on it, and I'll show you all that in just a little bit. Alright, we get the camera where maybe you can see. I'm going to start sanding on this a little bit. First I'm going to knock down these pins, get them all nice and flush. And for that I'm going to use this little flat disc on the Dremel tool. I'll show you just a little bit of it. And then we'll move on. And I'm going to knock these little sharp edges off of here. Same thing on the edges here, where I ground everything flush. Alright, that'll take care of this side. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. Then I'll put it up and down and make sure I got all the sharp edges off. Then I'll get it some hand sanding on it, just a little bit. Then we'll put the color on there. Alright, got the sanding done. Next thing I'm going to do, well, I sanded off the spine here. I mean the tang. Let's make sure you can see it. I want that to be blacked. Put some gun blue on there. Okay, and that'll match the blade. Now this tail end here, I told y'all, because the metal stops about here. This is a black G10 spacer that will match the tang, and being black back here and the blade being a dark color, make everything pop together. Let that sit for just a minute. I'll wipe that off good, then we'll get the color out, and we're not very far from being finished. Alrighty, this is ready. Let's put some color on there. Now this is Minwax Dark Walnut. Now if you want to do this for yourself, you can use any color you want, but I really prefer the Minwax. I'll make sure you get it in the camera here. Now I don't want it solid. Long-time viewers have seen me do this before. I'm gonna leave some little bit of that natural color in there. It doesn't take much of this, so I'm using a Q-tip. This is one of those baby safe Q-tips. Much easier than a brush would be just as easy. But when you're done with this, just toss it in place of a brush where you'd probably want to wash it out and keep it. I believe in saving money, but sometimes, was that a half a penny? Throw it out. On the top here, we want it a little bit maybe solid on the top. Okay, I'm trying to keep this in the camera. And down here on the butt end, we'll go try to stay off of that spacer if we can there, that G10. Because when this dries, there'll be at least 3 coats of lacquer on top of it. Give it a shine and seal it and protect it. Or if you like the natural look, you could just buff out the antler itself. Now if you missed the first couple of videos, this is elk horn. I'm not sure where the elk came from, but this is definitely elk. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to hang this up and let it dry for probably at least an hour. Then I'll wipe it down good with a clean cloth, and then we'll start the lacquer. Thumbs up. Alright, ready for our first coat of lacquer. I'm going to put this on. This is a acid brush. Same with the Q-tips. They are ridiculously inexpensive, so just use one, and by the time it's dry, the brush will be dried out too, so just use one and toss it. Just want a good heavy coat on there. Heavy, but not enough to where to run. Have to constantly go back over it and make sure it don't have run marks in it. Alright, when this one dries, now this stuff dries fairly quickly, probably within 30 minutes or so. You can recoat it. I know it says different, but it's pretty warm, starting to get warm. Still got my jacket on because it's pretty cool in the shop, but the warmer it is, the faster it'll dry. Now notice I've got the brass finger guard taped up because I don't want to get anything on there that I'll have to clean off later, which I've already got a little bit of stuff on there, but it's got to be repolished anyway. Alright, just like that. Now I'll finish up this and get the other coats on there, and then we'll see it when it's all done. Alright y'all, everybody's ready to see it. The knife, Big Bowie knife, is finished. Now the sheath's not done yet. We got to do the sheath still, but that'll be in the very, very final part. I just got through doing a little bit of polishing. It's sharp. It's not final sharp, but it's sharp. Let's take a look. Alright, what do y'all think about that? So I can get my fingers out of the way so you can get a good look at the whole thing. Alright, that's 3 coats of lacquer on the handle. Finger guard is polished. Now I did not go real fancy with the finger guard because I didn't think it was necessary for a proper Bowie knife, but I think it looks really, really nice. I'm very, very happy how it turned out. I just wish it hadn't taken me so long to get it done, but there we go. Let's see, how can I hold it again? Let's get a good look. I like it. I'm quite sure Roger would like it. And like his son told me, he's looking down on it. And I'm sure he would like it. Now it's a big knife. It's heavy. But that's what it's supposed to be. What's the old saying from the movie? Now that's a knife. Very proud of that. Alright, it's getting a little late in the day, so the sheath will come tomorrow. I've been working on this and another project all at one time. The other project is finished also, and I will show a little short clip video of that in a separate video. So there we go. Virgil, tell me what you think, brother. You like that? I'll get the sheath made and get it sent on the way up to y'all here very shortly. Now, I got to take a picture of this. Now that'll do it for this segment. What, part 7 I think it is. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. If you're interested with something like this, let me know and we'll talk. And that'll do it. Thank y'all, and I'll see you next time.